I've been called Judas already because of my recent video that I just made a few minutes ago. Sound travels quick, you know. So Judas, the Judas, as you know, Judas Iscariot, Judas the apostle, has a terrible reputation. You know what I mean? A real bad reputation. People call him the betrayer, the denier. Thomas denied. Thomas was a denier. Always been Thomas has always been Thomas is a denier. If you want to know about Judas, what happened, you know, it was more to do with Jesus having inklings and doubt and fear and testing out his new hobo hippie skills, and said it and knew it, and he spoke it because he knew about it, and said it to Judas that you will in some way betray me. He said it to him, and he was the prophet and determined it so. Like, it was like in the Matrix, if I didn't tell you about breaking that vase, you wouldn't have broke that vase. He said it anyway, so, you know. Now, there's a lot of hype going on, and a lot of, like, weird shit. People, they didn't know really how much they'd stolen or made a great reset or stolen the crow or something. People are looking for Jesus, and all this, like, hippie cabal of potential necromancers and sorcerers and some gypsy cabal in the place. And Judas overheard this in the marketplace, and he's like Jar Jar Binks in a way, not to be bad about Jar Jar Binks. He's like, "Oh, you talking about Jesus? He's my friend. He's over my friend Peter's house right now with some of the guys. You're gonna, come with me. I'll show you. I'll bring you to him. Oh, you're gonna love him. Oh, he's so great. He's amazing. He's been teaching us so many things." And they kick in the door and they black bag over Jesus' head and they string him up and they drag him out. And Judas like, "Wait, no, what are you doing? Oh, I had no idea. What is this?" And he felt so heartbroken and so much that he had, because Jesus sensed that he was going to feel so bad. He sensed his emotions would feel so bad that he knew he'd feel bad about betraying, but he didn't know it would be something so innocent and something so small and passing, as he just gave away his location. That's all he did. He just said, and pretty much under the pretense of, he's my friend Paul's house. Come around, man. He's amazing. He's great. He's been teaching us for the last 2 days, and it's been so cool over here. And they just dragged him out, and that's when they started like processing and tearing him apart and kicking him and tearing him bits. So it has a terrible reputation, the name Judas, as a traitor. He went and killed himself now. Sorry, I didn't finish that story. He felt so bad after. He might have been a simpleton, a very nice person. He went and killed himself and committed suicide after he realised that what had happened. He didn't realise they were going to, Black Rome was going to come in, and the gypsy couples were going to come in and drag him off, and he's going to be forgetting. And he went to kill himself. This isn't recorded canonically, really. They said the first martyr is post-Christ. I think he was the first Christian martyr. He died for Christ. He died for Jesus. Like preservation of Jesus and sanctity of Jesus. He was the first person to die or be martyred or self-martyred in the name of Christ. So, and he's not really actually canonically, historically recorded as a martyr or the first martyr of Christianity. I don't know who the first martyr of Christianity. People start killing AD. Christ might have been killed AD, you know, they tried to take the best out of it. Anyway, so Judas has a terrible reputation as being a traitor. Peter denied him 3 times, you know. He said, no, nothing to do with him. I wasn't over. Denied him 3 times. So he had nothing to do with him at all. So that's pretty true. And Thomas was a denier and a cheater, and there's this thing called a Gospel of Thomas where it has all of loads of his teachings, his notebooks basically. Maybe he was in school and he had notebooks where he's writing his own little things. And people went around afterwards with these and became very powerful. And were using them and teaching them, and just like extended literature, the Gospel of Thomas, everything you need is really in the Gospels, but this is like an extended Gospel of Thomas you don't have, because Thomas probably went around being a gypsy and using his teachings. Thomas isn't a really great name. I don't know getting anything about Tommy or Tommy Turner or anything, Toms or Tommies or any Thomases or anything, but Tom and Jerry. But he died by an arrow. Basically all the other apostles wouldn't die, were immortal, and he was a denier and a bit of a gypsy and died by an arrow. playing an iron arrow, you know. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what you just to mention. If you're calling me Judas, I don't understand what your relativity means. I didn't give away locations or anything. Anyone that kind of gave away my family home or location, it would be some sort of fitting to this. And if you would felt such dignity and self-defection to kill yourself like that, you know, it's hardly, you know, that. But no one else does this. As I'm saying, this, people have done this to me. You know, people have done this. Give away. You know, yeah, man, it doesn't fucking matter. But anyway, Judas is just haplessly wasn't aware that he was giving his location away and giving him away or telling them where he was. But again, Jesus emotionally sensed this in the future, that he'd feel terrible for some sort of betrayal. And it wasn't really a betrayal, but Judas felt so terrible for it that Jesus recognized it. Jesus told him, and by being a prophet, in a way, might have made it happen more than it would have happened if Jesus hasn't used the knowledge that he was given in such a way that was passed through. It's a crash course, you know, for it. It's really not an easy thing to do. But yeah. So Judas isn't a traitor. I don't know. Just not really traitors in the story really so much. It's not really. There's loads of people screwing with him. They weren't really confiding from the start. I don't know if anyone, Peter, you know, been. Yeah. But no, I don't think it's mentioned. Contending and surviving families that are running the lodges as you have it back then might have been a bit traitorous, but you can, you know, the times are really evident as well. So yeah, I'm not Judas. Actually, you know, I think I got my Judas badge. I think I did. I thought my wife, you'll know her name, but I'm not going to say her, but it's hardly Shabbat Shalom at the moment. A wife or daughter, I heard she got killed, you know, but like Miami in Florida, and I felt so bad about it when I heard about it that I went out to actually hang myself, or kill myself. So you know, I gave that a good effort. So I might have got my Judas badge on that occasion of my decency, or feeling so bad for someone else's loss. So if so, I take it as a compliment anyway. Yeah. So, know what you're calling me before you're calling me. Likelihood is I'll probably educate you on your etymology.